Welcome to the S.Banks&JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks TV, and I'm joined with my co-host,
JD Network.
And today we got a nice lit topic for you. We also got a clip. It's about ONLYFANS.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give away too much too soon. Do you want to segue us into the clip, or do you just want to go straight in and play that clip?
I like to always go straight in, full speed ahead.
Okay. No foreplay. Without further delay, we're gonna play that. We're gonna play that clip for you. Then we're gonna come back.
You're not acting like an adult right now. You're not acting like an adult right now. Adults don't do this. You're not acting like an adult.
Get out of the house now. Okay? You are an adult now. Get out of my house.
You're not acting like an adult. You are 40 or 50 years old, and I am 19 years old, and you are acting like a kid. You don't throw stuff at your kid like that.
Okay? Today, move all your stuff out. Okay? Or I will move it for you. Okay?
Let's talk ONLYFANS. What's your first thought in regards to what you just heard?
I am a parent. Just going to put it out there.
Okay.
I understand what that mother is going through,
Yeah.
as in the disappointment. I could just imagine how it would feel to find out that your daughter has an ONLYFANS account. It will be a shock. Then it's like, whoa.
Yeah. It's a lot to take in.
It's a lot to take in, definitely. I don't feel that this generation has much shame. What do you think about that?
No, they're built very different. They're not built to last. Their hearts ain't real. Now, I'm generalizing.
Of course.
You have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not like old school. They're not like how they used to be. You find the odd few and far in between,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, nah. It's a for me, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for those that don't know, we're gonna have a conversation about ONLYFANS. We'll segue from that clip into the whole conversation as far as what's ONLYFANS. So I've made a couple of notes in regards to ONLYFANS. Whoever don't know what ONLYFANS is, I'll explain. In my opinion, ONLYFANS it's a digital pimping site. It's
Okay.
digital pimping. Facts,
Pimping.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It is a site where you can monetize your body for money, i.e. adult content. It's usually graphic, although some say they do cooking classes on there.
I'm sure I'm pretty sure that they do all sorts of things on it.
Mm-hmm.
One of my notes is they was founded in 2016.
Yeah.
They got popular during the pandemic because of adult content. So it wasn't originally adult content. Maybe they had some on there, but it wasn't popping. So I'm sure they had other stuff. I personally don't have one. And I haven't been on it either, to be honest.
But I don't expect you to have one in the pandemic, right? Where everybody was on lockdown, the whole world was on lockdown. Men weren't getting it in.
Mhm.
So obviously I can understand why ONLYFANS would start to pop. I get it. So they're going
But-
to get a lot of subscriptions. Go on, yeah.
In saying that, it's not like there isn't like sex websites already. There's already adult content out there. So for ONLYFANS to become popular, I think is because women started going on there and selling their body, and that's why it got popular.
What it was because ONLYFANS, yes, you do have Pornhub and all the other sites. What's the other one?
Babe
X,
Station.
whatever. Babe Station.
I
is
think
the
it
old
reminds me
school-
of Babe Station.
Yeah, Babe Station is the one that set it off. OnlyFans just did it bigger
You know a bit too much about
on
it.
a bigger platform. Whatever, nigga. Okay.
You get me all the time,
Okay.
though. Try it.
You can take your shot.
Thank you.
Where the shotgun?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can take a shot, whatever. But it's coming back. Yes, I was saying because men was just at home, it's the next new thing. So then it's kind of like it's hot now because these guys can engage with these women as far as having conversations with them, phone calls. Might not be on your phone, might be digital, Skype, FaceTime, on their site where the aim of those women is to keep you on the phones longer so you spend more money.
So Babe Station.
Yeah, that's what I said to you. Babe Station
It's
is the one that
exactly the
set that
same.
thing off.
Yeah.
But OnlyFans has done it on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
And because they're the next new thing where time has changed and things are more modernized now. So they're able to capitalize because of the time that we're in. So it's pretty much that. But I've also put OnlyFans have now pimped out those women and now they want to cut and change the narrative. It initially started with graphic content. So some women were saying, I'm on there doing cooking classes and yoga, maybe naked yoga. And now OnlyFans has come out and said, yo, you know what? By such and such date, we're going to cut that.
I think it's the 1st of October.
Yeah, but obviously we know that they've changed that due to the protesting of women saying, no, how could you do that?
Women's rights.
I think it's a calculated move. It's still going to happen. Do you know what I mean? But we'll talk about that later on in the podcast.
Okay.
But what else do you want to add on that?
Like you said, it kind of seems like, thank you for making us so much money. Now go off somewhere else. We kind of don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
That's how it
It's
seems
kind
to
of like,
me.
F you
Pay
and
me.
have a nice day.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that.
Exactly.
Let's keep it 100.
So I'm not sure where they're going with it now. I don't think they'll totally strike off sex workers,
No.
but I don't feel it will be the same as
Yeah.
what everyone's used to.
Because strategically, if you're a company, for example, they're not on the App Store or Google Store. So by them having the stigma of graphic content and S workers, it's hard for them to get more people to join their OnlyFans from a business perspective.
Oh, yeah,
People
that's
don't
true.
want to co-sign that because the stereotype and the stigma of OnlyFans. So from a business perspective,
It doesn't
yes,
work.
they're worth $1 billion, but in the long run,
Yeah.
come on now, you're not on certain stores that you need to go on their website, I believe, to download their app. But let's move on a little bit. So OnlyFans takes 20% of what the content creators make, and the content creators bring home 80% of their earnings. Where you got some websites like, I believe, Pornhub, they take about 35, 40%. And I don't want these people to be like, yo, you giving us the information. Who does what? And then they try to sign up and do that. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying for educational purposes.
You do what you do, people.
Exactly. I'm
do
not,
what you like.
first of all, I'm not knocking nobody for doing what they want to do. You do your thing. If that's what you do in regards to getting your money, I don't know your situation. I'm not knocking you for it. It's just that realistically, OnlyFans is digital pimping. It's sex work. You know that by doing that, people look down on you. But it is what it is. What do you want to add on that?
I was just going to say, a lot of ladies who actually have an OnlyFans account and they do sex work, they don't actually refer it to what its actual name is. Now, we watched...
It's a job. It is a job.
It is a job. No one's disputing that.
But it's sex work.
they don't want to admit that part.
Okay.
So, okay, we watched a video of Fresh and Fit,
Okay.
one of their videos, and there was some girls on there that actually,
Oh yeah, they thought they were the shit because there was an OnlyFans making a certain P, but they didn't realize that, hey,
it's not forever.
when OnlyFans stop, Subway will be hiring, quoting Kevin Samuels.
Mm-hmm. And also, they had a problem with calling it sex workers, but OnlyFans, that's what it actually is.
Yeah, but we have to be realistic though. It is what it is, man.
Some people just don't like the sound of that, and it's like but you have to be realistic.
But even going back to my point of the creators take home 80% of their earnings,
Mm-hmm.
most women don't earn that much on OnlyFans. When I say 80%, you assume when I say it like that, it's a large sum of money you're getting because you see a lot of celebrities on there, the Cardi B's and whoever is on there, and they're celebrities. They got status.
Yeah.
So they're doing their thing. Of course, they already got a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
So people want to go there just because it's them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, women are making money selling feet pictures and hands pictures, other than other like creases and crevices, right? But
Or other holes.
yeah, and we're going to talk about that. But for the most part, if I'm your average person on there does not earn that much money.
Is it because the price of coochie has gone down?
It's not even about that. It's about, first of all, if you don't have status, if people don't know who you are, why are they clicking on you? They don't know who you are. So your average person doesn't earn that much money. And the ones that do earn a certain amount of money, they're just like athletes. Athletes in the first 5 years, they already blow most of the money. They earn millions of pounds and blow most of their money, and they end up broke. So that's something that people need to look into as well. So when people are showing these, like you're saying, when we saw on the Fresh and Fit podcast, those girls and Hafiz and Fresh and Fit was showing those girls, yo, it's about making investments. It's about moving smarter. And they were like, well, I'm earning, for example, 30 bags a month, blah, blah, blah. But if you're not investing, that money can burn away like butter next to a sun.
Mm-hmm. And now if you were to ask them now that this information is out, that from the 1st of October, they may change the date. It's not going to be that anymore. You haven't put nothing in place to where you're going to be making your main income. Yeah. And a lot of women are struggling and have a problem with that.
Yeah, but it's people though. It's not just about OnlyFans. If you do sports, if you do whatever where it's a big income, most people don't have good financial skills. So then they're gonna just blow the money away because it's like, Ross, easy, accessible. I get it in large amounts and not realize, hey, so for example, rappers, nice chains, jewelry, cars, luxurious living, nice houses and shit like that, right? But then these things need to be paid for. You might get that in advance, but there's a fee. But they have spent their money, but you still got to pay for those houses.
Exactly.
That's not for free. So you're living outside of your means, where you try to show women on OnlyFans, yo, the ones that earn a certain P, what are you doing with that P? Are you investing it? No.
Yeah, just buying their Gucci bags and their Fendi outfits.
And then you end up broke. Okay, cool.
Well, if that's up to them. Like Kevin Samuels said, Subway hiring, McDonald's hiring, all these other places.
And they're too good to work there.
Yeah, until the rent is due, until your car note is due, until certain things is due, then I'm sure you'll come right back down to earth and think, okay, let me get that job.
Exactly. What else you want to add on it?
I have put here, in regards to OnlyFans and setting up your account, I've written down, when you finish filling out that account and you press the finish or submit button.
So when you was filling it out.
No. I click onto these things straight away.
No, because I
knew where
I
you was
don't.
going with it, but it's cool.
When you said that,
Mm-hmm.
filling out, I do believe I've heard OnlyFans models, I'm gonna call them. They said there's some criteria that you have to pass. It's like almost like filling out a job application where you have to pass certain criteria to be on it. Put in the comments if I'm wrong, but I do know you got to fill out some form like what you're saying. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but I do know it's like, I'm not sure if they do. I think they do background checks. I think they do.
If I'm honest with you,
What?
I don't actually
Let
know.
me know.
I don't actually know.
Put in the comments, but I'm pretty sure they do background checks. But go on anyway.
Okay. I was saying once you've pressed submit on that account,
Mhm.
setting up that account, I'm just trying to get into the women's minds who set up those accounts.
Don't. It's a minefield.
It is a minefield. That's true.
Don't waste your time.
It's almost like signing a waiver saying
Yeah.
that I officially have given up my future husband, my dignity, or respect for myself for a payment of hungry, dusty guys showing me attention in that moment and giving me money. And I understand that I most probably will become a cat lady, and I'm okay with that. It's almost like signing a waiver. That's the waiver.
I understand that, but I don't think those women are looking at it in that way. They're not looking at it as strategic as you might be looking at it. I just say that they're in it for the bag. It's about just getting the money.
That's all good. But just like with PORN, I'm not sure if we're allowed to say the word.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those women who have actually done that
Mm-hmm.
struggled to find a man to take them seriously because lots of people in the world have seen them do certain things.
And you can't take it back.
No,
Once it's
recorded.
it's out there,
it's
out there.
Exactly.
But the thing is this, let me go off your point and go back into one of mine. Now when OnlyFans announced that they're gonna be stopping OnlyFans or stopping graphic content, where did that leave women? You know, where do you think it left women? Because women put all their eggs in one basket. Where did that leave them? You know, what's your thoughts on that? As far as the Lord give it, the Lord take it away.
Where does it leave them? Speak on that a little bit more, as in what?
As in, they thought they were fly.
Mm-hmm.
They thought they were the ish, making their money, doing their thing. And then the Lords were like, hey, I'm taking it away. They were like headless chicken, running around, didn't know what to do, how they're going to make their money. They was going back to what they know best. And I don't know what that is. I'm not looking down my nose at OnlyFans models, but I'm just saying, you invested in OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
They said, hey, we're stopping this. Then you was like, oh shit, what do I do now? What am I going to do? That's what it was. So what's your thoughts as far as when they locked it off and they gave them a short time as well?
I know. That's what the P take. It was a PISS take. Yeah.
So do you have any thoughts on that? As far as, yeah, what I was just saying, like, what do you think about that? Where do women go from at that point? Did they go back to their jobs?
See, that's the thing. What job? That is their
They
job.
might have had a job.
They may have had one, but put all their eggs in OnlyFans basket.
OnlyFans is fast money.
It is.
I understand. It's fast money. I get it.
I get it too.
We've all lived it. Well, not all of us, some of us.
Yeah. But I don't know. They need to clearly sit down and really think about what they need to do next. A lot of them will most probably be going down to Subway and all them places to try and get a job. Because at the end of the day, once your main financial income has come to an end, you need to pay your bills. So
Yeah.
you need to find something real quick. I don't know necessarily what they would do in replacement. I'm sure there are other websites that are maybe like
Yeah.
OnlyFans that maybe they can
But
do.
if you're
but
on OnlyFans, you've built up a platform, you've built up,
following.
exposure
Okay.
where people know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think a lot of women had a wake up call,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, we're dealing with modern women, so they're entitled. And I'm going to speak about that later on, but they've had a wake up call. It's like, hey, like I thought this was going to last forever,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not. And some have sense, and they was like, you know what,
Invest.
you know what, like they've just stopped this just out the blue. What would I have done?
Mm-hmm.
That segues me into the next point. So now things are back on. It's business as usual. Let's talk about that. Women back on this thing. Women that don't get it. Women that say, you know what? See, just because we all spoke out, we control them. We can do what we want when we want to do it. We've spoke out so loud and shouted in their ears and told OnlyFans, put it back on or else.
Mm-hmm.
Delusion. Silly, but it is what it is.
In that situation, I most definitely would have learned a lesson there. Even if I was to go back to it, I would be planning on not making that my main source of income, because you do not know if they've already done it once. They're most likely to do it.
I'm
It's just
I'm
a
not
thing
saying,
of when.
let me stop you there, right? I'm not saying don't go back to it. I'm just saying you got to have a little wake up call.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm
Yeah,
trying
so
to
go on.
say. I'm saying you can go back to it because it's quick money, fast money, like you said. I'm just saying I wouldn't make that my main source of income anymore. I would have to now think sales I didn't realize or whatever. And it was my main source of income. Now that that's happened,
Yeah.
I have to flip.
You have to
flip
say,
the thing
okay,
around.
okay. But say that was your main source of income and you said, you know what? Every penny that I make from this OnlyFans, I'm trying to start a business. I'm trying to do X, Y, Z.
That's what I'm saying.
Even
yeah.
if I got to find a job, I'm going to take that money from OnlyFans and my job and invest in X, Y, Z. So I don't need to be on OnlyFans and put all of my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to end up the loser. Who knows this time next year when they turn around and say October the 1st, no
That is
more,
the
no
date.
more, no more adult content. And then you're finished at that point. What do you do?
What I would say, even in any job, I don't think you should put all your eggs in one basket. In any form of in any job.
Women, sorry to cut you. Women do that in relationships, but that's another subject. But go on.
I was just saying in all jobs, not just like sex work or whatever, I don't think you should put all your eggs in one basket anyway. I think if you do have a main job, okay, whatever, but you should invest and put money elsewhere, because these problems can happen anywhere. One minute you have a job, 1 minute you don't. Look at when they was making everyone redundant.
Yeah,
You thought,
easy
I have a job.
Easy come, easy go. And when the bear bug hit, everybody thought they was secure,
Exactly.
and then reality, or the harsh reality hit, and it was like, oh, what am I gonna do? So there's those things to think about as well.
And remember, in that situation, a lot of people actually lost their businesses. So they had a business that was their main source of income, and they lost it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what do I do now? Because I put all my eggs here. So that's why I say invest in other things, so that way I still have some form of money coming in.
Yeah.
If that situation was to happen.
It's just about being smart, really.
Yeah.
But my one of my points was the pros and cons. For example, we're just talking about jobs, right? What about your reputation from the stigma of being a sex worker? Things like if you have a job and they find out that you're a sex worker, as far as you're on OnlyFans or sites of that nature, you could lose that job. What about being able, like applying for jobs? Because it's not like back in the days where you can just get the job, no background checks like that. Or I'm not saying they didn't give background checks, but I'm saying now it's like they're checking your social media. They're seeing who you really are.
Yeah.
So there's that backlash from jobs, getting jobs, losing jobs, family and friends, people looking down on you. It's like a gift and a curse. And the gift is you're making fast money. And the curse is the backlash that you're getting from family, jobs, and what you've done as far as explicit content being out there forever. So when you try to find a husband,
Have children.
that's a kids, family. The list goes on.
That's why what I said before. That's why I said that in regards to.
So that's some pros and cons.
I've given up my future husband. Say, because in that situation, if you think about it, men love women that show their arse, their breasts. Also, men love that.
Oh yeah, we love that shit, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I can't tell women what to do. I'm not telling women what to do. Oh, cover up, whatever. I'm just saying men love that. So that's obviously why you do it. Attention. We know women love attention.
Yeah.
We do. Ladies, have to be honest there. We all love attention, some form of attention. But when you're looking for that attention and you sign up to these sort of websites and you're out there, everything's exposed. There's you see, back in the day, it was more of you do certain things behind closed doors.
Behind the scenes.
What's the saying? You're a freak in the sheet. Oh,
You're a freak in the sheet. No,
nah.
you're. What does it go
I
again?
can't remember the saying. I can't
You're
remember
a
it.
freak in the sheets and something in the streets, and you're a lady in the streets. Something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure people
Put in the comments.
put in the comments.
what it was
Yeah,
again. I can't
put in the
remember
comments.
that quotation. But what you was saying. So you're talking about the cons, but some of the pros I put here is fast cash, which we already said. Exposure, as far as putting out whatever you're putting out. The limelight, and you're getting attention. People know who you are.
Yeah.
So those are some of the positives. I'm sure there's others, but there's, again, it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's my thought on that
I think
point.
you just have to weigh out the cons and the pros.
You gotta say, is it worth it?
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
say my
It
family's cool with it.
Mhm.
Some say I'm working for myself, so my job can't find me. I hire me. It is what it is, but it is a gift and a curse. It is something to think about as well.
Definitely. What I want to say is, what are you going to do now that you won't be able to post your nasty hot boy summer pictures and videos anymore?
What do you mean?
On OnlyFans, on your OnlyFans page.
I don't have an OnlyFans page, but you know what? If I could command as much attention as a female, I probably would. If I was a female, maybe I'd be a slut. I don't know. but I'm not. But I don't get me wrong. I'm not shaming or knocking women. I understand why they do it. If you got men that's gonna pay for something, it's like, look, we love women in the strip clubs. We love women that jump down and do the splits on that pole. I love that shit. Men are visual creatures. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna spend or subscribe to some OnlyFans page on a maybe. I'm trying to get somewhere. You see what I'm saying?
In that situation, that's just because you got it like that. And a lot of guys don't. So that's why they will subscribe to those sort of pages. They will spend money.
But that's a lose-lose situation. Now, no man has ever just had it like that. You have to level yourself up as far as working on your personality, working on your body, working on your finances. There's so many men need to learn to level up because they're just spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on women that don't even give a F about you. And those women are just blowing the money that you're giving them, giving it back to the same people. And they're just investing and they're putting their grandkids through school. It is what it is. But another point I want to make is this. Let's talk about the younger people, the modern women. Now, women see other women make money. And a lot of younger women, they can't wait to turn 18 because they've seen, what's her name? Bad Barbie. Whoever don't know who that is, that's that girl, the young girl that was on the Dr. Phil show, and she blew up, and men were waiting when she was 17.
Oh, I know who you're talking
The
about.
second she turned 18, within 6 hours, she made $1 million
Wow.
on OnlyFans. So that's the role model for women that are younger than her. Bad Barbie, or B had, she spells it weird, so I'm just going to call her Bad Barbie. She's a white girl. She's Becky. But there's this thing, I can't remember the name. There's this thing where white girls are looking like they're more, like they're mixed or they're black. And that's what she does. So she makes herself look like she's black. She's put out on OnlyFans. The second she turned 18, within 6 hours, she was a millionaire.
That's crazy.
If I say to people right now, if I got dope content and you like my ish, right? I say, yo, I've got PayPal. Help support the channel. I don't know about that. But then this little young thing, these pervy motherfuckers, right? Don't get me wrong. Who wants that older woman that's hit the wall? No offense, but it's true, right? So then we like young things, obviously within legal age.
Yeah.
But I'm saying these dudes waited for her to put out her content. They were signing up. But then when people that can help them, as far as you saying, oh, men need to do X, Y, Z, and I say men need to level up. You can invest in courses. You can invest in how many things that could make you better, but you'd rather invest in Bad Barbie.
Or even helping your community.
You could do that, but they'd rather invest in these OnlyFans models where they don't even like you. But what my point is this. You got young women. Bad Barbie is 18. And you got young women, let's say 15. Can't wait to hit 18 because they've seen Bad Barbie make 1 million and they say, I'm going to make $1 million too.
Yeah. And role models.
Listen.
She's their role models.
Listen. I'm not saying you ain't going to make $1 million, but what's the chances? Do you see what I'm saying? They can't wait
and even
to be promiscuous.
There you go. Even in saying that, you've just turned 18 and you're already thinking of these things. You're already on OnlyFans. You haven't even given yourself a chance, really. Yes, the money. Like, who doesn't want to make money? Of course, making $1 million in a couple of hours. Hey, I think anyone would want that.
Damn right, sign me up.
But there's a price to pay with that. At 18 years old, already she's seen as a sex worker. Already, she's already got the stigma.
Yeah, but in their brain, I don't care. I'm just getting the bag.
If she invests that money properly and for her future and stuff like that, maybe it'll work out for her. But the majority don't. That's what the issue is.
But what I'm saying is this. Bad Barbie is a young girl. I don't expect too much from her. She has a lot of life to live
and to learn.
And she's got, exactly. She's what you know now, maybe you didn't know back then. So the younger people feel like, oh, age is just a number.
Yeah.
And
you
can't tell me nothing. Exactly. But I'm sure we felt like that when we was that age too.
I'm pretty sure I did,
but I'm a logical person.
Exactly. If it don't make sense, then
common sense ain't common. Let me just say that, right? So you got to think about the olders that are showing these younger women, oh, you can get the bag like me, blah blah blah, and these women are leading these younger women astray. And they know this, but they're saying, I want you to end up just like me.
In saying that,
Yeah.
I put in my notes, do the elders mislead their children, grandchildren, etc., out of jealousy, etc.?
Yeah.
Do they mislead their children? That is the main question.
Well, people put in the comments, do you think that the elders mislead the youngers?
Also, who is to blame for their bad behavior?
Well, if you grew up in under certain conditions, obviously someone that came out of the same situation as you, they might have had a different circumstance to that person,
Yeah.
although we came from the same area.
Yeah, some fare better than
So
others.
I can't look at someone and say, oh, just because he made it out, this person's supposed to make it out too. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's so many factors that I could point out to why that person might have made it out. But let's switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about Let's talk about FOT culture.
Tatiana's.
Yeah, let's talk about FOT culture and promiscuity and the inflated egos of women. Now, we spoke about that earlier as far as trying to show women when we spoke about when we was watching the Fresh and Fit podcast, and Hafiz was simply just saying, yo, it's about just making investments. I'm not knocking you for being an OnlyFans model. The airhead was, I'm so fly. I'm so this. I'm so that. Women nowadays have such inflated egos. It's disgusting. It's not good. What do you think about that nowadays as far as women and inflated egos and this whole fuck culture? Young girls can't wait to be a skeezer. And I said that in a nice way, right? And old school people know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Young girls can't wait to get put on.
I know, because that's the culture. I've
What do you
put
think
in
about
my
that?
notes here. Unfortunately, I believe it to be unfortunate. Also remember, this is just our opinions on this situation. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I don't bash people, and neither do you. So
No.
put in the comments what your views are or how you see it. I'm gonna say no one's really wrong here. It's your opinion.
Yeah.
So I just put, unfortunately, in 2021, and it started before 2021, but in 2021, dressing half naked, being promiscuous, having a high body count, I can do what I want mentality is very accepted. And people see nothing wrong with it. The teenagers of today have sadly been born in a culture where it's okay to be a FOT.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine. There's not an issue with it. There's no problem with it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Some people actually see it to be cool. They may not use those words anymore, but they see it to be, it's like I said, it's fine. Having a high body count, for example, is respected by some men and women.
Yeah.
Some men don't see a problem with it. Just like we was watching today with, forgotten his name, the content creator.
Yeah, he's watching King Richards, right?
Yeah. So I was watching him today,
Yeah.
and he had a caller of a guy, and he said he doesn't have a problem with women having a high body count.
That's because he can't get girls, but that's
We
another
know the
subject.
reason, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying some men. That's how some men actually feel. I'm not saying in that guy's particular situation. He's only 20 years old, and he's clearly not fully educated. He hasn't had enough girls to. He hasn't had enough knowledge. Like he just. Anyway, check him out anyway, and you may find that video. But I'm just saying that a lot of guys and a lot of girls, not everybody, they see it as being fine to have a high
It's
body
the
count.
norm now.
There's no problem with it. There's not an issue.
That's the when you talk about men, that's the 80% men. And let me go over that again. Now, 20% of men get about 90% of females. In the black community, it's about, I'm going to say 10% of men of certain men is sleeping with almost 90% of those women.
And that's crazy.
So that's just pretty much how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? But another point I want to add was, when I speak about women and their egos, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying men don't have egos, but today we're talking about the females.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want you to think I'm disregarding men. Now, let's talk about Icarus. Icarus, he flew too close to the sun. Then the wax on his wings melted as he got close to the sun. Then he plummeted into the sea because the sun melted the wax, right? Then he drowned. Even though his dad was like, nah, don't fly too close.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't listen. Prideful, ego, inflated ego. He was like, nah, G, I got this. Yeah, you got this deep down in the sea. Him and Poseidon was speaking that time. Now, that was a little bit of Greek mythology. But the point I'm trying to make is that you show these women, nah, don't do this. Nah, don't do that. This is the way forward. I've been through what you've been through. I've done what you've did.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived your life. You ain't lived mine. And this is the older cats, because that was a point you made on the olders showing the youngers, right? And there are some olders showing the youngers.
Yeah.
But the youngers are like, I know it all. Egos.
I do what I want. Now you can.
But hold on. What do they do? They fall into the sea and drown.
Yep.
Because they flew too close to the sun, just like Icarus.
It's true. The thing is, they take zero time to actually consider what you're saying to be true, or they don't take the time to even just sit on it for not even 10 minutes and think, okay, my parent has said this, or my grandparent has said this to me. Is it true?
Yeah.
Is there truth to that? They don't even take that time. They hear what they said, went through one ear, literally out of the other. It's like, I don't care what you said, whatever. It's my this, it's my that.
It's ignorance, and at the same time, I'm going to say most people want instant gratification.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where it comes down to. But for me, just like Icarus, a lot of people, they're like, oh, women, I'm the phoenix. I'm the guardian. I can do what I want to do. I'm the strongest of them all. But they're not no Jean Grey. They're not no Jean Grey.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, sis, you're not that.
Oh.
This is facts. Whoever don't know what I'm talking about, need to watch some X-Men. Yeah. It is what it, remember those ringtones back in the day. See, now we're getting too old school for that.
I know.
But yeah, let's keep on topic. But what's another point you want to add, because we're gonna close out?
I was gonna say, basically, being promiscuous and having concubines, entanglements is acceptable now.
Yeah.
No one sees a problem with it. Having an OnlyFans, it's like, whatever. I have OnlyFans, okay. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to
I think it's not about the body counts and whatnot, because those women are just about get the bag. Whenever they meet a man and they're dating a man, it's about the bag. How much is that man going to spend on me? What can I get out of him? And then you got all the women coaching those women on, even though they know the youngers are going to mess up, they still coach them on. And then the men's like, yo, sis, what you doing, man? You can't treat him like that. Nah, get the bag, because they're cold. And I just think the younger generation, they're just mean. And I'm generalizing, but they're just mean. They're cold. They lack empathy, and they have a contempt for men, because this whole feminist culture has taught them that men ain't shit. They're like robots. They don't have no feelings. But do you view your dad in the same way? The same man that put food in your stomach, nice warm food in your stomach. You never had to have those hunger pains. Had a roof over your head, put you through school, bought your school clothes. You know how it goes. They say, oh, that nigga ain't shit. That dude ain't nothing.
Do you know when they realize?
Tell me.
When they're 40 plus. Some of them don't get until they're 70.
The epiphany stage.
That's when they realize. And they're like, oh my gosh, Oh my days. I can't believe it. I didn't know. Well, we're here to tell you.
Now, let me bring up my last point. Women say that they're more than sex objects. But let's state the obvious. We're just talking about OnlyFans. You're using your body and you're monetizing your body
For a payment.
exactly for a fee. So your body in transaction for me getting XYZ, i.e. your body, I'm going to pay you whatever. But in the same token, they're saying, oh, don't objectify me. Hey, pick one.
Double
what are you talking
standards?
about? You dress how you want to be addressed.
Exactly.
You can turn around and say, oh, a man should be able to control himself. And I agree.
He should.
He should.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hardwired different to you. Now, I'm a visual.
Can I ask something?
Go on.
Women can say men should have control. And they should, I agree with you. But when you got out your bed, showered, whatever you did, put on that makeup, picked out that outfit, you knew exactly what your intentions were walking out that front door.
Yeah.
So you can say, oh, men should have control over yourself. Those men that don't have control over themselves and is throwing you all them compliments,
You don't
dishing
mind.
it to you. It's all good. The ones that you're attracted to or somewhat attracted to, you don't mind seeing, oh, sexy baby, come here and all of this.
You think they don't know when they're putting on their yoga pants? You think they don't know the magic tights? You think they don't know when they're putting all of that ish on? They know exactly what they're doing.
Exactly.
Any dude that thinks, oh, a woman, listen, before a woman leaves the house, this is a fact. Don't quote me though, but check if you want. Before a woman leaves the house, she checks herself at least 20 times. Before opening that door and going through that door, she checks herself a few times to make sure that she's on point. Whether she does that unconsciously and not realize, she does that to make sure she's on point.
I think we are very conscious of our looks and
But
stuff
it's
as
for
well.
the attention.
Of
Women
course,
are. But it's for the attention of men. So when they're putting on their magic tights and they dress a certain way, even going to the gym, they know exactly what they're doing. When they're going down low in the clubs or whatever, they know exactly what they're doing. When they're grinding on each other, they know exactly what they're doing. You got dumb niggas be like, hey, shit, man, she just went out to have a good time. And yes, for the most part, some do. But for the most part, some don't. It's for the attention of men.
But in saying that, they do go out to want to have fun, but they just have an objective for that night.
But the point I'm trying to make is this. They say don't objectify me as a sex object. But then you use sex in order to get what you want. Lower men in, to manipulate, bait and switch. You use sex to get men to do what you want. And then when a man says, hey, you're this and you're that, what are you talking about? I'm more than that.
As long as it's on their terms, it's fine.
So it's a double standard. And that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, man, what's your final thoughts on this? I'm going to close out because I can talk about OnlyFans a long time. And I think we've covered it. I think we've covered a lot of OnlyFans as far as how it started, when they're going to lock it off. Now it's back on. So what do you want to add your final thoughts before we end this?
I think if they've done it once, they're most likely to do it again. And I think they will lock it off. I don't know how far they'll take that, if they're locking it off fully or they're just setting certain rules to say you can't be fully naked or you have to cover certain parts or whatever. I don't know what they're trying to do. But I believe they will be doing something. They may just tweak it slightly to maybe please their clients.
Yeah, because those same women are the ones that made them that
Money.
$1 billion.
Not that some companies even care about that.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. In regards to the clip we played, parenting is not easy. There's no rule book.
I know.
Sadly for the lady,
that's
something she has to go through.
Yeah.
I'm sure she does not want to kick her daughter out the house. But when you're young and I know it all and I can do what I want or whatever, You
Yeah.
suffer the consequences. Unfortunately for her, hers is to get out of the house and do your thing. So I would just say, think about the things you do before you do it.
Yeah. I agree with you, man. I feel the woman in the first clip. Nobody wants to be in that position where you find out that your daughter is coming in the house making all this money, and it's like, where are you getting all this fast cash from and so much?
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out that she's on OnlyFans, then it's sort of like, oh my days, especially if you're a traditional person.
Mm-hmm.
It's peak for that woman. But I'll just say, I'm not knocking anybody that's doing their thing, as long as you're not doing some madness to make money. Do your thing. So if you're an OnlyFans creator and you're selling or doing explicit content as far as to monetize and make money, that's fine. Do your thing. But as far as some of the things that we spoke about in this podcast today, as far as the backlash of losing family, friends, some people be like, oh, my family know and they're cool with it, and that's fine. But you do know that these things are out there forever. And if you're cool with that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But there is a trade-off.
Yeah.
So it's a gift and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my thoughts on it. Put in the comments what you think
Yep.
about OnlyFans. I think that they're biding their time, because it's a business at the end of the day. It's digital pimping and it's about making money. If they made $1 billion, they want to make 2.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, those women need to be smart and maneuver in this minefield properly, where, okay, cool, I know that they're going to, within a certain period of time, they're going to lock off OnlyFans and I'm going to be left stranded. What am I going to do? None of us planned for this whole world epidemic, but it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing with OnlyFans. So it's about being able to move and see through the fog. That's my final thoughts on it. Yeah. So what do you want to say before we close, man?
I would just say once again, thank you to all the subscribers, the followers. Thank you so much. Subscribe to our channel. Thanks for the love.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you for the love that you've been giving us. And yeah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely share, subscribe. Peace. I'm out.